Hi everybody. Before we go and start the video, I have an announcement to make. First of all, you guys have to watch the video from the beginning to the end. That means do not abort in the middle of the video. You understand? The reason being is the stupid artificial intelligence of YouTube thinks a video that's aborted in the middle of the video is a bad video. Okay? That's, it must have not been interesting. Somebody aborts and then that's the end of it. Okay? So, additionally, what I need is that you actually either like or dislike the video. That is absolutely important because, again, that's engagement, and it doesn't matter if you like or dislike. It's okay. You can dislike a video. You can. It's okay. I'm not saying either one. Whatever you want to do it. And then please leave a comment. Again, it doesn't matter what comment you leave. You can leave a bad comment. You can leave a good comment. You can go and say, I dislike this movie. You click on dislike and then you leave a comment and you say on the comment, Herbie, your video sucks. Okay, that's fine. The stupid artificial intelligence of YouTube is going to say, oh, okay, this is he watched it all to the end and it's engagement, so it's a great video. Okay, so that's what I mean. Please watch it to the end. So okay, let's get into the video now. Today we're going to talk about the rates. In our last video, we were talking about the current scene, what's going on in the pilot car business. Now we're going to talk about the rate. So now let's go right into it. Lead and chase runs currently between $1.60 and $1.80, and the day rate goes between $400 and $600. A high pole is, okay, what I should say actually, before we go into this further, this data is coming off surveys done on Facebook. Pilot car drivers, they were turning in their data on what they thought the current rates are, and that's what this data is based on. It's not, for example, exactly what I am using, which I'm going to tell you as well, okay, while we go through this here. Okay, so back to these rates. High pole says $1.70 to $2 a mile. Now, I never charge $1.70 for a high pole. Dude, I would never work for $1.70. I'd rather let the job go elsewhere. My minimum price for a high pole is $1.90, and that I only take that rate when the trip is very long. Then I take $1.90. If the trip is something like below 800 miles or anything like that, I charge $2. Also, on a high pole, I do not charge any minis. I charge $600 for a day rate on a high pole. Now the next one is Steerman, $1.75, and then $2. Again, I don't think there is one Steerman out there that would work for $1.75. That looks like so low. It's not even funny. Now route survey $2 to $2.50 a mile. Somebody asked me on the comments whether or not what I would charge for a route survey. I first of all, I don't do a lot of route surveys. I do a few. I only run high pole route surveys. This one says $2 to $2.50. That's what I do, $2.50. Sometimes I go even higher because you often have to do a lot of paperwork, take pictures, give descriptions, sometimes it has to be put into a book, literally, a little presentation on all these turns and dangerous places that have to be recorded. Hotel fees are running currently between $70 and $100. Again, forget $70. That is off the rocker. I literally do only $100. $100 is for me the minimum. Here it's the maximum. Would be $130. Hotel prices have gone up tremendously. And then a no-go, $150 to $250. Again, I only charge $250. But I do know $150 is being done, and believe it or not, who is doing $150? The wind sector. Transportation of wind equipment, towers and blades. They all give only $150 no-go. Yet that is the sector who has the most delays, that has the most no-goes. So why would they pay less? This is what I mean about wind being not viable right now. They need to do $250 for a no-go plus a hotel fee of $100. And then we got minis between $300 and $400. The top of the Mini is 150 miles. I guess that's an okay rate, you know, 300 to 400 for a Mini, because it's 2 hours of work, sometimes 3 hours of work, you know. 4 hours of work is still good money for 4 hours of work. At the end of the video, from now on, I'm going to have a section which is called Tricks and Tips. Short, TNT, explosion. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. So I'm going to give tips and tricks. I'm going to use your questions also. I often remember something and I think, I should tell them. Okay, that's the area where I'm going to take that up. Okay, so today I'm going to have questions, and the question here is, this is from Chernerp 7059, and he says, how many miles of deadhead should I accept? I mean, my personal rule is I don't deadhead more than 800 miles. I like to keep it into the area of 300-400 miles. I don't deadhead more than 800 miles. I have done 1,000 miles, I think 2 times in the 4 years I'm doing this now. I've done it 2 times, deadhead. And basically, you know, it really depends on the size of the trip you're gonna get. If you are going to get a trip that's really, I don't know, 1,300 miles or something like this, well then, you know, a 500-mile deadhead is worthwhile. You know, you're gonna get a very good payment, and it's worthwhile. So you really have to look at it. What is it? Is it worthwhile? So that's what I usually use to determine this. So now the next question is K West 30038. So he says, I'm in Atlanta. Are pilot car drivers requested from and back to Atlanta? Is there a particular style of vehicle recommended? A pickup truck or a minivan or traditional or sprint expedition or cargo van? Okay, good. First of all, what type of pilot cars are needed for a state? Go and Google pilot car regulations for your state. You know, pilot car regulations, Georgia. You will get actually data on that. The next question is from Danos 4411. I just started. I'm doing ride-alongs at the moment, not getting paid, but got some smaller jobs to start. I'm excited and nervous. Props to anyone doing this job. I drove some of the way, but I had an issue with the clutch and the sign on the roof. Also, I was not used to the car I was driving. What I was driving was an ex-camper van, so it's heavy and front-wheel drive and a 2001 model. Apparently, I'll get a brand new Mercedes van so I can sleep in the back. Okay, dude. Woo, that's a lot of questions. I mean, first of all, I don't know what you have a clutch problem and a sign on the roof, and you were not used to the car, and it's an ex-camper. Dude, I hope you've got a fucking proper car. I have a video on the equipment. Look at this video, and this video explains what the equipment should be in a car. Do not use some used equipment that is like a piece of shit on your car. Also, your car gotta be in good repair, you know. Problems with the clutch is not a good idea. I would never start a trip with problems on a clutch. Okay, good. So that's it, you know. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.